when I joined Super 30, that was like the main game changer part of the life. Being underconfident sometimes helps. So I happened to meet Ratan Tata sir, I happened to meet Abdul Kalam sir, I also happened to meet Amartya Sen sir. We are one of the companies who has built its own AI model and it is valued at $12 million. I got a call from Anand sir that Anup ji aa jaiye. So I went to meet him and then I realized that here KBC shoot is going on and I was like, Namaste, I am Anup Raj. I come from a small village of Bihar and I started my schooling from 7th grade because our area is Daksal area. So I was not able to go school till 7th grade. So when I started going to school after 7th grade, I was very curious to study and I actually ended up studying everything which includes what is the price of the book, what is the printers, what is publication. In ninth grade I was doing quite well. In 10th even I won an award of Swami Vivekanand Jayanti which was open for UPSC aspirants. But in 10th one very big tragedy happened in our family. So on Raksha Bandhan in on 8th August my dad left home and it is now 20 years he is not back yet. We are still looking for him. So after that incident I was going here and there to find my father. Family was like, somebody told that go to this temple, then somebody told that go to this baba and this guruji. So we actually were going here and there and due to that I left my studies completely and I failed in maths and science. So that actually gave me a very big, you know, problem. So I was a topper and I failed in two subjects. That was like a, you know, everything crashing just in front of your eyes. So everyone in town was like, Anup will do well, but now I was like, I'm not going to do anything at all. Sometimes I used to go to my village and there is a hill. I used to sit there and I used to think that am I going to do anything or should I just end everything? So that was one moment which was very demotivating stage for me. After that, after few days, like teachers came to my home and they convinced that Anup, whatever has happened, just you need to come back and you need to do things. So on 12th January, which is also my birthday, I used to give speech on Swami Vivekanand Jayanti. So I started that again, and from there I never looked back. So after that, like when 10th result came, I was 15th state ranker of Bihar, and that gave me like very needed, very much needed boost which I needed. Otherwise, my confidence was totally shattered. So in 11th and 12th, I actually studied from Gaya College, Gaya, which is nearby of my hometown. I used to go by taking train, and there I used to see this IIT board, IIT JEE and all. Even I happened to visit Janta Darbar and I met Sri Nitish Kumar for a scholarship help. So there one officer told me that, you will get scholarship, but it will take time. So you can check something called Super 30. So I had that in mind. So after 12th, I actually happened to score very well and I was 11th state ranker of Bihar. And then I applied for Super 30. So Super 30 has two stages of exam. So in first stage, I was like eliminated almost. I was in top last 10 people of in 300. But then I thought, next exam is going to be very tough. So I shifted to Patna. I studied a little bit harder for that. And in second exam, I got fourth rank. And then I was interviewed by Anand sir. So there I actually found the change. So when I joined Super 30, that was like the main game changer part of the life. So I was a very underconfident student. Even Anand sir has mentioned in Outlook magazine once that Anup was awfully sort of, self confidence. And day to day, I used to be very much worried. So Anand sir used to infuse confidence every day that Anup ji lage rahiye, you will get there, or you will get what you want. And that used to give me like energy every day to move, forward. So after IIT Bombay, after Super 30, like I happened to get to IIT Bombay after IIT result. So even that is one important part, because I was so much underconfident. So I was studying more and more, and that helped me get into IIT Bombay. So when I went to IIT Bombay, I thought things will be better now. It is sorted now. But on day one only, first lecture was of chemistry, and one professor of who was actually US written, his accent, I did not get it. So I was a Hindi board student till 12th. I took JEE exam in English, and there I found that I'm not able to understand anything. So I went to library. I picked a book, and I marked all the words of English which I was not able to get. So I spent almost 2 years in improving my English vocabulary, and then in third year I started feeling better, because from there you need to start applying for internship and all. Even third year, I was not very sure that I will be able to get any interview of any internship. So I applied to a lot of internship outside India, and I got selected for an internship in Dubai. And so basically being underconfident sometimes helps. So this is like another part, that I got selected for Dubai internship, which was like very, a lot of people ask that how did you get that internship. So even in the same year, I started working for Dean ACR office, for event management of the college. So I happened to meet Ratan Tata sir. I happened to meet Abdul Kalam sir. I also happened to meet Amartya Sen sir. So from them, I got so much inspiration. From Ratan Tata sir, I learned that how and why it is important to build something on large scale which can help the country. On other hand, from Abdul Kalam sir, I understood that why it is important to do something which is not only for you, you can do it for like others also. So story of Abdul Kalam sir is very inspiring, and when I met him, I was like very, very, supercharged. From him, I got this concept that don't do anything for only 10 people, do it for 1,000 or 10,000 or lakhs of people. So after my IIT journey, in IIT, when I went to like uh, Dubai, from there I realized that world is so much different. So when I shifted from my village to IIT Bombay, I got a you know different feeling that how the world is, how big IIT Bombay itself is. It is bigger than my village actually. But when I went to Dubai from Mumbai, I saw a different shift. That world is way different than what we keep thinking. So in Dubai, I was in the most posh area, that is Dubai Marina, and all the buildings were 80 floor plus. Like on the other hand, Mumbai is so big, so popular, but still like there is no such building. So I am a civil engineering student. So I saw that how much growth we can have in India. So when I came back to like campus, there was a lot of buzz on like housing, then Flipkart, Paytm. So I thought to like start a startup. Then one day I was watching a video of Sequoia founder Don Valentine. He was explaining that why he invested in rooms to read, and he was not expecting that money back. So that concept was like very confusing for me, that either you take a loan if you need money, or you sell something, but this is like something new. So I went into more details, and then I understood the concept of venture capital. So there is a way that you take money but you don't have to give back. This was my first impression about venture capital. So I thought to start a startup from my college only, but because in my family nobody had done jobs, so I thought I'll take up a job. So I joined quicker for 6 months. So when I got my first salary, when I had to show that to my grandfather that people make 1 lakh a month. So it is still a very, very big amount for a huge part of the country. So I did like 2014. So 6 months I worked in quicker, and then my startup inclination became like a lot. So I resigned, and then I started a company in healthcare sector. So it was in diagnostic, which is like now it's a big $20 billion industry. So when we were doing, like, doctors would say that, Anup, you are wasting your talent. Nobody is going to give their samples without a doctor's intervention. So we did it for 2014 to 2018, and then we sold to a bigger company called Portia in $4 million. So the startup name was PS Take Care. So there we made a maybe small mistake that we gave majority stake in the deal, and that was the learning part of the building startup, that you don't know everything, so you figure out things after exit. Actually, I thought to give back in the same way like what I received from Super 30. So I started a concept called 7 classes, which takes only 7 students in one batch for JEE, NEET, and SAT. So it was started in Mumbai, and the plan was that the money coming from exit will go to, I'll take a few centers, 3, 4, and people will do subsidized education. But when we launched first year, it really went well. We made even like more than crore, and we are trying to expand. But then a new problem came up. So this is the difference in startup journey, that you keep seeing new problems. So as a first timer, you see different problem. As a second time, you see very different problem. So in 2019, pandemic hit, and then I was forced to innovate and forced to think that what can be done next. So then I started an AI company called InstaPrep AI. Currently I run it with my co-founders Arun, Ananya, Hemant, and Krutika. So in this AI company, what we do facial recognition of students in different situations, and we give them activities to build their confidence. So uh, this concept what actually started because I, as a teacher, I felt that many students can be recognized. As a teacher, you know that this problem this student cannot solve. So I tried to develop a technology when I was not able to meet students in pandemic, and it really worked. So in InstaPrep, we built 7-minute confidence diagnosis for students, which actually so we have built our own AI model, and we have trained it on 3 crore photos, and it is now very accurate. It is 90 plus accurate, and because this confidence detection through technology is very scalable. So we are first doing it in education, then we'll take it to more areas like government sectors, then even it can go to defense area. So a lot of educationists of India, and even like with people like Dean of Oxford University, some people from Cornell Tech, some people from MIT, they have invested in this AI model. So we are one of the companies who has built in own AI model. So now it is like we have invested almost 7 crore, and it is valued at $12 million. Now we are going forward to like raise our next round, and probably we'll make it a unicorn in 3, 4 years. So I have been into like all types of education setups, a very small village school where there'll be one teacher or no teacher, and even the best of the education of India, which is IIT Bombay. But Super 30 was very different. The best experience of education I got was from Super 30. There you don't get only education, even the timely food, which actually works as the major catalyst for students, that is also taken care. And I was very underconfident student. So Anand sir used to motivate me every day that Anup ji lage rahiye, ho jayega, keep moving, what you want, it will happen. वहाँ पे हमें like we got the best kind of residential facility there. I don't think any other student in Patna gets that kind of facility. So we were kept in so good place, and we were motivated day to day, every day. We were given everything: food, lodging, form filling, everything. So we were totally focused on the goal of cracking IIT JEE, and I'm really happy that I was able to, like, I was fortunate to meet Anand sir, which changed my life completely. Another moment I remember is that I was in Mumbai, and I got a call from Anand sir that Anup ji aa jaiye. So I went to meet him, and then I realized that here KBC shoot is going on, and I was like very much thrilled. So then even I realized that I have to answer one question. So I was just, sitting when the name was called that, you need to go down and answer the question. That moment was really, really, very inspiring, very stressful, and very joyful all in one. Because I knew the answer of the question. It was not tough, but there was so much, uh, there was so much of, like, I was not sure that I will be correct or I will not be correct. So I went down. I was feeling very, very happy. I was feeling very, very like inspired, but still I was feeling like very scared to answer that question, which was like I knew the answer. So that moment is like best moment for me. Actually, a lot of things has happened accidentally to me in my life, and one of them was like knowing about Super 30, from where one journey started. Another thing happened, like our startup got selected in India AI Summit, and there I happened to meet the CEO of Josh Talks. So it was an accidental meet, and then I realized that maybe I can go and talk on Josh Talks. So I'm really, really thankful that Josh Talk is giving me the first opportunity to speak on any public platform. I keep watching so many Josh Talks video every week because I need constant inspiration. So Josh Talk is the place where you get your Josh, and I'm really thankful to the CEO and the team who is giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.